Let's talk about potential. So a couple of weeks ago, I was having this, internal conflict with myself, which is I'm in school right now. So I'm in grade 11. I'm in like the most important year, and I have like SATs and ACTs, and I have to, basically I have to do this test, this SAT test to get into college, basically. And of course I have to focus on, the GPA and all these things. Now, I told myself from the beginning of the year, I have to focus on, getting into college, into business college, and then in grade 12, I'll start recording videos, right? And what happened was I put all my energy, instead of creating content, into school. Right, and I kept putting it, finishing every assignment, putting all the energy, taking classes, putting all the energy into school. But I'm not gonna lie, I felt this. I don't know how to explain it, man, but it's such a deep feeling of like, I can do way more than this. I have so much potential inside me, and I promise you, this happened like a couple of weeks or a couple of even days ago. I have this like drive and this masculine potential that is just screaming to be put out. And I just remember, this was literally like a few days ago. I was, calling my dad for, the grades, right? Every quarter when it ends, you have like the grades, the report grades. So I went to my dad, and he was like very happy because I got like straight A's and B's. And this is what happens basically when you get on self-improvement, is your work, whatever work you do, like just God blesses it basically. You focus better than 99% of people. You focus, you work harder, you can synthesize information. Like you work better than 99% of people in any work you do, no matter what. If it's, work in your college, work in your school, work in your business, work in content, whatever work you do, when you're on self-improvement, because you have like, you focus better literally than 99.9999% of people, because you don't have social media, you don't have any notifications, you just focus on one thing and one thing only, right? So I got like straight A's and B's. And my dad is so happy, my mom is so happy. But I was sitting in that chair and I'm like, I'm grateful, thank God. But I was like, yeah, I feel it like inside me, man. I feel it like, man, you can do way more than this. You have so much potential inside you. And this path isn't what you're supposed to do. This isn't the right path. And I just had all this potential, because I'm gonna be honest, I have like blocks, I have like a routine when I come back from school, is I come back from school, it's 4, and from 4 to 5 I'm supposed to record videos. But I was coping. I was literally like coping and telling myself, no, I cannot record videos, because if I record videos, my energy will be drained, so I can't get enough grades, so I'll get into college. Basically just coping and excuses, and it was just, haunting me and just killing me inside. And it kept just digging in me, until I told myself, what do I want to do when I get into grade 12? Because then I will be, finished with like the GPA and like the SAT, and I'm getting ready, to submit and go into college, right? What do I want to do? Okay, I'm gonna record videos every single day when I come back from school. I'm gonna record videos every single day on weekends. Every single day I'm gonna record videos, I'm gonna edit, I'm gonna script, I'm gonna upload daily, I'm gonna upload shorts. And then I was like, why don't I do that now? Why do I have to wait a whole year to do that? Why can't I just do that now? And I was like, yeah, why can't I do that now? So And I learned this from Alex Hormozi, but I love this way of thinking, which is, what would be the most epic story to tell? Would it be, oh, I posted once a week because I had to focus on my business, degree, and I had to focus on going into college and going to school and all this nonsense? Or is it, I never gave up. I uploaded every single day. I recorded videos every single day. I scripted, I edited. I worked on my business every single day. Even when I was in the hardest year of my life, my school year. That's the most epic story. So on Monday, I started recording videos. When I came back from school, I told myself, you know what, if I just start, I can do it forever. If I just do it one time, I can do it 1 million times. So I recorded in that 1 hour. And then on Tuesday, I recorded again. And then on Wednesday, I recorded again. And today, it's Thursday. So I'm telling you, I just started recording, a couple of days ago. And now I just woke up. We have Thursday off today. I woke up at 6:30, took my cold shower, got everything ready, got my phone, the books, the stand, the mic, everything. And I came here in the balcony and I started recording videos. And I can tell you how fulfilled and how amazing I feel. I don't need anyone to tell me what to do. I don't need anyone to tell me, hey, this is what you're supposed to do. Hey, this is, you should focus on college. I don't need anyone. This is my dream, man. This is my potential. And when you fulfill every single ounce of potential inside you, there's no better feeling than that. The Buddhist monks, right? They have very wise teachings. They have this sort of scale of emotions. So the greatest emotions are the best emotions you could ever feel, and the worst emotions. And there are so many emotions in that scale. They have literally all the emotions. But what's at the top of all of the emotions? What's the greatest emotion a human being can ever feel? According to the Buddhist monks, it's fulfillment. It's fulfillment even higher than happiness and love and any other emotion. Fulfillment is the greatest emotion you could ever feel as a human being. And that's what we get when we fulfill our potential. And we as men, we get fulfillment from achieving goals. From reading books, from going to the gym, from meditating, from journaling, from work. Your work is your purpose as a man. It's what you were created here to do. It's your work. Your work is your purpose. And we as young men, we should fulfill every single ounce of potential into our work. And I can't tell you how happy and fulfilled I feel right now. And even I know this is a bit off topic, but the people around me in school, especially girls, right? The girls in my school, they just became way more attracted to me when I actually fulfill my potential. My energy just shifted completely when I started fulfilling my potential, when I did what I actually love to do. What is actually my calling in life, my purpose in life. I always like to think in this way, and I love this way, and if you want, you can try this, but it's such an amazing way to think. I got this from Joe Rogan, right? He was talking about this a very long time ago, which is, imagine that you're in a movie. Imagine that you're in a documentary. And you're the main character. What would that guy do? What would that guy do right now? Literally the cameras are rolling, the film is starting, the audience are watching. What would that guy do? Think about it. Would he be laying on the couch Would he be laying in bed? Or would he be grinding? Grinding into whatever's in front of him, whatever the goal is today, whatever the masculine calling is. Like I can't tell you, bro, like how many times I keep telling myself, like I have this like analytical side of me and I have this like action taking side of me. But most of the time, it's the analytical side. So I'll just explain it. Like so many times I'll cope and tell myself, oh, this is healthy, right? Oh, this is healthy. I should sleep a bit more. I shouldn't wake up this early. You know, I shouldn't read this much. I shouldn't work out this much. But the only question that matters is what will make you the most fulfilled. That's the only question you should ask. What will make you the most fulfilled? And do that. Because nothing else matters except that. What will make you the most fulfilled? You know, I love the way I think about it right now is instead of thinking, you know, what is quote unquote right or what everyone else is saying or whatever, because that doesn't even matter at all. Visualize yourself doing that thing. Will you be more fulfilled or not? If you will be, do it no matter what. Do it. I had this friend. He was very, very intelligent. He was so smart, right? And he was like this analytical, you know, doctor, right? He was just very, very intelligent, right? And he kept telling me, you know, actually, you shouldn't wake up this early. Or actually, you should wake up a bit later. Or you shouldn't train this hard. You should train a little bit lighter because you might get injured. Or you shouldn't read this much. You shouldn't, you know, work this hard. Or you should actually focus on college, not on a business. And he kept telling me. And the problem is I started believing him because he was just so intelligent. And I actually realized that it was me. I was telling myself that. And I told him to shut up and be quiet and let me fulfill every single ounce of potential I have inside me, no matter what. You know, we all have this, you know, weak part of us, which is like, no, you don't need to wake up today. You don't need to go to the gym today. You don't need to work hard today. We all have it. But we all have this strong side of us, which is like, do it no matter what. Wake up. It doesn't matter what you feel. Wake up. Read for 3 hours no matter what. You know, go to the gym every single day. No one cares what you think. Do it. Do it. Do it. And we just conflate between these two sides of us. Bro, like if you have something that you really want to do and you know it will give you fulfillment, do it. Do it and do it and do it, no matter what. It's either one day or day one. You know, I love this quote, one day or day one. You know, one day I'll do it. One day I'll work again. One day I'll take the risk. One day I'll take this opportunity. Day one. Day one of making content. Day one of building a software company. Day one of building leverage. Day one of going to the gym. Day one of meditating. Day one of reading Atomic Habits. Day one. Day one. We need to stop saying one day I'll do this and start saying day one. Just start. Because the truth is, we're all gonna die and we're not gonna matter at all. We're not gonna matter. We're just gonna be dead in our graves. We're just gonna be sad in our graves. We're not gonna matter. So do what you want to do. Do what will make you the most fulfilled. You know, I like to think in this way, which is, when I'm 80 something years old and I can't even walk, and I have, I have arthritis in my back or something like that, and I'm very, very old. And I'm looking back, I'm laying in bed and I'm looking back on my life. Will I regret doing this or not? And I think about that like all the time. Like when I'm 80 something years old, will I ever regret making videos? Will I ever regret building my business? No. In fact, I will regret not doing that. I will regret not taking the risk. I will regret not starting that business. I will regret not fulfilling every ounce of potential. And I promise you, right when you do the thing, you will feel the most fulfilled and happiest you have ever felt in your life. And this is how I'm feeling right now, recording videos. Because like everyone told me, oh look man, this is like the year you're supposed to focus. You're supposed to focus, on grade 11. You're supposed to focus on, your college degree, and you need to focus on getting a high GPA and SAT and all this nonsense. This slow lane. Everyone's focused on the slow lane. No one knows the fast lane. But inside, like Kevin literally speaking to me, he's telling me, this isn't the right path. They're all lying. Or not lying, but they don't know. They're all focused on the slow lane. You know this isn't the right path. You're not fulfilling enough of your potential. You have these, I don't know how to explain it, man, but you have this all this potential inside you. Now, do you leave it squandered? Or do you fulfill every single ounce of it? And that's what separates people who, when they're 80 something years old, they look back and they're filled with regret. And people who, when they're 80 something years old, they're filled with fulfillment and happiness, and they're so grateful for what they did to the world. And I'm not saying this to boast or to say I'm the hardest working person. No, I'm literally nothing. I'm literally nothing. I'm in the very, very beginning of my journey. I'm in the very start. I have so much more potential to give. So yeah, I just wanted to share this thing, because I know so many young men go through the same thing. I just wanted to share this experience, because I'm telling you, even me, I go through this as well. I go through this I have these two versions, this weak and this strong version of me. But the thing is, if you've read Carl Jung books and Sigmund Freud books, deep psychology books, understand that the more you listen to that strong side of you, the more you listen to it, that side of you that says, go to the gym, wake up early, read, meditate, journal, take the cold shower, take the risk, work on your business, work on your purpose. The more you listen to that side of you, the more this weak side just slowly and slowly dies. And then it just dies completely, and then all you have is the strong, masculine man. The strong, masculine version of you. What I realized with this experience that happened to me, literally just a couple of days ago, is that action kills fear. When I was journaling about this, I'm gonna stop recording videos, I'm just gonna upload, once a week, right? And I did for actually a couple of months. I was filled, when you get that, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you have a business, or you have you create content or anything like that, you have this insecurity, and you feel like you're never gonna be enough, and you're never gonna make it. You have this deep uncertainty. I had that, and it was very deep. Like this feeling of loneliness, this feeling of, you know, I'll never make it. I don't have. I'll never make it. I have this like tons of uncertainty. But right when I started recording videos, it just evaporated. Because action kills fear, and this goes with anything, not just creating content. Anything in the world. For example, if you want to, you know, get fit, right? You want to get jacked, right? You want to have like a masculine, attractive physique, right? But you keep worrying. You keep feeling that, man, I'll never build muscle. I'll never make it. Instead of thinking about it, instead of, you know, you keep thinking about it, keep thinking about it, just do it. And, you know, instead of just keep thinking, oh, I'll never be jacked, get some dumbbells and start curling them. Grab a barbell and start hitting the bench press. Get under the bar, get under the squat rack. And when you do that, I promise you, all the fear, all the uncertainty, all of, you know, the feeling of loneliness, it goes away. Because like, looking back on my life, even though I'm just like 17, I'm very young, but really looking back on like the years, every single time I felt like, hey, I'll never make it, I felt uncertain, I felt insecure, it was because I was lacking. It was because I was procrastinating. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. Because if I was doing what I was supposed to do, I wouldn't have had those thoughts. In fact, I would have had the opposite. I would have had, yeah, I'll make it. Yeah, I will make it. Yeah, I will reach this. Right? Bro, I can't explain to you how amazing this feels. The feeling of fulfillment is the greatest emotion you could ever feel. And the problem is, like, I see all these young men, they have so much potential, and I see it squandered. I see it thrown on the floor. I see it wasted into mindless pursuits. Leveling up in video games that don't even matter at all in real life. Watching, you know, films that are useless. You know, I hate watching movies. I hate movies. I don't like when I was a young kid, I used to love watching movies. Like, I used to love them. You know, I was obsessed with watching movies. You know, I used to have all like the 3D glasses, and I remember like every single Monday, me and my family would go to the movies and watch a movie, right? I just love watching movies. Me and my dad especially, we would watch like so many movies. But now I just have no interest in it at all. You know why? Because I'm living my own movie, and this is the biggest, like, I don't know how to explain it, man. The biggest fulfillment you could ever feel when you're on self-improvement. Like, if you're on self-improvement, you'll totally understand what I'm saying is you're living your own movie. You are the main character. You are the core character, the hero in your movie. And I can't even explain it, man. It's amazing. Like that feeling of fulfilling every ounce of potential inside of you. Like, you don't need anything, you don't need anything else. The other day I was watching David Goggins on Joe Rogan, and he was talking about his biggest fear, right? David Goggins, the literally the toughest man alive ever, the toughest man in the world. This guy has done like insane things. Talking about his biggest fear. And he said his biggest fear was if he was still working at Ecolab and he died, and then he went to God, and God told him, ultra marathon runner, special ops, you know, pull-up record, motivational speaker, best-selling author, changing lives, toughest man alive. And David Goggins says, that's not me, man. And God says, hey, that's who you were supposed to be. And I realized that's my biggest fear as well. Like, imagine if you died before getting onto self-improvement, before becoming the best version of yourself. and God told you, hey, you were supposed to be this athlete, or you were supposed to be this bodybuilder, or you're supposed to be, this intellectual, you're supposed to be this wise man, you were supposed to be a millionaire or a billionaire, you were supposed to change millions and millions of people's lives. Honestly, I believe God will give anyone what they want if they actually try, if they genuinely try. Even going back to my story, right? I was posting just barely, once a week, and I just felt disgusting. I just hated this. It just sucked, right? And then I started posting every single day. I literally went from 36 to 43 subscribers in 2 days. And my channel was literally dying. My channel was dying. I was losing subscribers. I went from 36 to 43 subscribers in 2 days. That was insane. I woke up. This is literally just today, right? I was holding my phone. It was on 38 subscribers because I gained 2 subscribers. And then I went to sleep. And then it went from 38 to 43 when I woke up. Literally, when you fulfill your potential, God will give you what you want. And it's not an if, it's not a maybe, it's just a matter of time. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, when you focus on fulfilling every single ounce of potential inside of you, when you focus on fulfilling all of it, God will give you anything you want, if you actually try. But really all it comes down to is, when you're 80 something years old, do you want to regret all that you did? Do you want to say, oh man, I regret everything, man. I regret not starting the business, man. I regret, not being jacked, not being, desired by women, not having a beautiful wife in my life, not having children. I regret not being the intellectual I could be. I regret not being the wise man I could be. I regret not being that strong father for my children. Do you want to be that way? Do you want to be that? Because that's how most people are. That's how most people's lives are. Or do you want to be fulfilled and say, you know what? God gave me this life and I lived every single second of it. And I don't regret a single second. I did every single thing I could do. I put all my time and energy into this life. And I went to the gym. And I took care of my health. And I married a beautiful woman, a beautiful, feminine, nurturing woman. And I have beautiful children. And I read thousands and thousands of books. And I worked on my mental health. I meditated and I journaled. And now my kids are going to have significantly, exponentially better lives because of me. Isn't that what you want? Isn't that the life you want? When you're 80 something years old, do you want to look back and say, oh, I'm going to die anyways? Or do you want to go back and say, I lived every single piece of life. I lived every single second, every single minute, every single hour. I lived it. And I did all that I wanted to do in this life. And if God takes me right now, hey, I'll be glad. I'll be fulfilled. I don't know where I'll go. I don't know where I'll go, but I'll be happy. I'll be fulfilled that what I did in this finite life, I'm very happy and I'm very fulfilled that I did it. And as always, bro, we're in this together and we will make it.